And tonight, Pacers at the Celtics. It's game one. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. And now the pressure gets ratcheted up. Playoffs are missing a lot of familiar faces when you think about it. So no LeBron, no Steph, no KD, no Joker. And the lack of former champs feels like there's even more pressure building in Boston. And rightfully so. This has been like a half a decade here that they've been flirting with winning a title in the Eastern Conference Finals, going to the NBA Finals. The team lost to the Warriors in 2022 in the Finals. 2023 lost to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. And now here we are. Now you got your great chance. DraftKings currently has Boston as a heavy favorite to win the title. So after years of underperforming in the postseason, no better opportunity than this. And I was looking back on some of the numbers here. Jaylen Brown, 2023 Eastern Conference Finals. He shot 17% from three-point range in the series against the Miami Heat. Scored under 20 points in 4 out of the 7 games. Jayson Tatum, 2022 NBA Finals. Scored 12 points in Game 1 against the Warriors. He shot 17%. Scored 13 in Game 6. Shot 33% from the field. Now, both players have played well in the playoffs so far. Jaylen Brown, I think, is making $60 million a year. He signed that $300 million contract. We should expect championships out of them. Why not? And Jayson Tatum, I know people keep trying to shoehorn him in. He could be the face of the NBA. I don't think he wants to be the face of the NBA. I think he just is a really good player, but we've seen him get a little tight when, the games get bigger. Spotlight gets a little bit brighter. They should win. They've had nothing in their way. The Heat were banged up with Jimmy Butler. There's no Giannis. Joel Embiid was banged up. Even the Knicks, if they had gotten there, they would have been banged up. You're facing a Pacer team that most people don't realize who they are and if they're that good. And now you don't have the Joker on the other end. No LeBron, no Steph. You're going to have Anthony Edwards or Luka. So no stars, then no excuses. They should win. And we were trying to think of this yesterday. When's the last time a team had to win a championship? Like there was no excuses. You were expected to win that championship. And it doesn't happen very often because there's always the possibility of what if? What if that team gets hot? What if somebody gets injured? But how many times in recent sports history, and I brought up the Dodgers. I brought up the Dodgers a couple of years ago. It was a relief that they won the title. The Atlanta Braves back in the mid-'90s, they won a title. It was a relief because they had been there so many times. I don't know if the Bulls, I never felt like there was pressure that they had to win. I just thought they're going to win. I never, ever go, wow, they better win. Never thought that for a moment. Yeah, Marv.
What about the Pistons with Isaiah Thomas? Was that a sigh of relief for those guys because they were so close with the Celtics and then losing the next year against the Lakers? Was that a sigh of relief?
Maybe for them, I guess it was, but they were going through some pretty tough teams there. Going through the Boston Celtics, and that Celtic team, one of the greatest of all time. And then they finally beat them. Then they had their little window, and then all of a sudden Mike came along, and then there was a new bully on the block. But I don't know if San Antonio, where I go, you got to win, unless it was 1999 when they faced the Knicks and no Patrick Ewing. But even then, I don't remember that. There was no buildup. There's been a buildup for 5 or 6 years with this Boston team. And because of the expectation level in Boston. Celtic fans expect their team to play for a championship or win a championship. But I don't know if I remember a team that hadn't won a title. I mean, can you imagine if they don't win a title this year? Whew. But, I mean, they have their young core, but they're deep. They play defense. I mean, they're statistically one of the better teams in recent NBA history. Top 5 offense, top 5 defense. You got a couple of stars, or they're paid like stars. Here's the highest paid players in the postseason. Only one of the top 15 highest paid players in the NBA remains in the postseason. Steph's out, Embiid, LeBron, Joker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Dame Lillard, Giannis, Kawhi, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Clay, Rudy and the Goberts, Fred Van Vliet. Fred Van Vliet makes $40 million.
What the?
Yeah.
So Rudy Gobert makes 41 mil?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anthony Davis.
That'll teach you kids out there, get tall.
Yes. Play basketball.
Wow.
So you have Jaylen Brown and Tatum's up there too. So this is according to, let's see, the NBA. Do you have Tatum's numbers there, Paulie?
Tatum and Brown for the Celtics, they're starting to escalate. Like they're making about 38, 39, 40.
Oh, so they're a bargain.
And in 2 years, they're going to be making 57.
Okay. So Rudy Gobert is still in the playoffs. He's the one out of the 15. Man, you could win some money if you said, out of all of the top 15 paid players in the NBA, the one player who's still in the postseason. I wouldn't have guessed Rudy Gobert. That's why when we look at Minnesota, we're not fair to the roster because we go, man, Ant-Man's doing it all by himself. And I go, no, he's not. Rudy Gobert, you gave up 5 first-round draft picks to Utah to get him, and he's won his 4th defensive play. So he's going into the Hall of Fame. And then you got Karl Anthony Towns, who's been an all-star, and according to him, he's changed the game, and he once scored 60 points in the game. And then you got Naz Reid, who's the 6th man of the year. Like you have Mike Conley's a veteran, been around 30, he's 35 years of age. So it's not just Anthony Edwards. If it was just Anthony Edwards, they wouldn't have beaten Denver in Game 7. They have a pretty good roster there. And now they get to hook up with Luka. All right, let's see what's poll question today, hour 1.
We got a couple options for you.
All right.
Let's see. We could go with it's Chet Holmgren, a rookie, but you've already
Even
weighed in on that one.
Even when Ichiro came over, I think he was 26. He won the Rookie of the Year, and he won MVP. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. Back then, we didn't know how good Japanese players were. I think there were some curiosities. And it felt like there were a couple of pitchers that were like, okay, all right, they got some decent baseball over there. And then Ichiro came over and became a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Paul.
Okay, here's the reason Chet Holmgren's not a rookie. Dan, let's say you're doing play-by-play for an NBA game this year, and you had Oklahoma City, and you're with the Van Gundys, and you said, what a great night by the rookie Chet Holmgren. Would you say that on air?
Well, he is a rookie.
Would you say it on the air?
I haven't thought of that.
I don't think you would. You're a pro broadcaster, and you go, you wouldn't consider him a rookie.
The rookie sensation?
Look at this rookie tearing up the NBA, assuming Chet Holmgren was having a huge night. You wouldn't say that because he's not a rookie.
Well,
his rookie year, it didn't work out, unfortunately.
But do you have to play for something to signify your rookie season?
It was his rookie contract as far as like the WNBA, the NBA is concerned. It's his 2nd year of his contract. He's not a rookie. And I think it's unfair to the actual rookies. I'm pro Chet Holmgren. I love me some Chet. But he's not a rookie.
No, this goes back to high school, Paul, where you said that he was not going to be successful. You watched him play. You came in here and you trashed Chet Holmgren.
I said
the record will show you're not a Chet Holmgren fan unless you've become one, but it sounds like you haven't because he's not a rookie.
I was I thought he was too skinny to last.
See? Now all of a sudden, here we go.